Hello everyone, my name is Amy Allward and I'm new to YouTube, so please take it easy on me. I've been wanting to start a booktubing channel for a long time now, but I've been kind of pondering what exactly I wanted to do with it because I work in the industry, so I didn't think it was quite appropriate for me to do book reviews, but I still wanted to be a part of this really fun, vibrant community that I was seeing and get a chance to interact with some of the most passionate fans of books. So the more I thought about what exactly I wanted to do, the more I realised that I basically dedicated my entire life to books in some form or another, whether that's editing, reading, writing, and so I really wanted to find another way to kind of share that passion with you guys. So this channel is going to talk about my favourite books I've read and a bit about my publication journey and how I write, answering any questions you guys might have, but also about my other passions like traveling, basically anything that takes my fancy. So for my very first booktubing kind of thing, I wanted to start something called Storytelling Sunday, which really brings it back down to the words, which, let's face it, is why I'm here and probably why most of you are here as well. There are always those passages, those turns of phrase, those sentences that just stop you in your tracks when you're reading and you just think, oh my god, this is amazing. And that's what I want to share with you, those moments that I come across in the books that I'm reading and just want to shout about how amazing they are. Probably want to bury my head under the duvet and never write another word again because I will never be as good as these authors, but this is why I do what I do and what I'm most passionate about. So I hope you enjoy this feature, and if it works I'll keep it going, but otherwise I'm going to keep experimenting and trying something new and seeing if this YouTubing thing is a good fit for me. So the first passage that I've chosen actually comes from a honeymoon read. So I just came back from 2 weeks away on the beautiful island of Mauritius. It was absolutely amazing, except for the fact that I got a little bit injured while I was on holiday and hurt my leg quite badly. I needed a few stitches. I'm okay now, but basically it meant I had a lot more time to read and just relax than I thought I would. So the beauty of that means that I read about 8 books while I was away, and got to so many things that had been on my TBR pile for ages, including the 2 Robert Galbraith novels, which I have literally been meaning to read, well, since the announcement came out that they were written by Joe. Needless to say, I'm an absolutely huge J.K. Rowling fan. I am definitely part of the Harry Potter generation. Harry Potter has formed a huge part of my reading and writing journey. They were huge books in my childhood, and when The Casual Vacancy came out, I was literally first in line. In fact, it was one of the best days of my life when I was sitting in a theatre on the South Bank waiting for Jo to arrive to do an event, and when she finally came on stage, the entire audience just stood up and gave her a massive standing ovation, and I might have cried a little bit. It was that amazing. And then I stood in line for a couple of hours to wait to get my signed copy. Ooh, in fact, here it is. Jo Rowling. Very, very proud of having this signature. And I got to talk to her for maybe a couple of seconds, but it was a really great experience, and once again just proved to me exactly how much she means to me as an author and as an influence on me and on so many people, obviously. So the first passage that I've chosen for Storytelling Sunday is from The Silkworm, which is the second Robert Galbraith novel. These novels follow a detective called Cormoran Strike, and he has an assistant called Robin who came to him through a kind of temping agency, and then she ended up staying because she realised she had a real passion for investigative behaviour? For investigating crime, anyway. So I'm going to read this passage that I feel is really appropriate for my very first ever YouTube video, because I feel like it kind of speaks to why we all do this, why we work in publishing, why we take out our time to vlog about books in our spare time, to share our favourite reads, to write in the wee hours of the night, even though we got day jobs and everything. Basically why books are our passion. This passage takes place after Cormoran and Robin have gone on a long drive down to Devon, where they almost got into a bad car accident, not spoiling anything. And Robin has been harbouring this growing kind of resentment towards Strike about the fact that he might be looking to replace her because she isn't good enough to do her job, but actually Cormoran has a completely other reason why he is looking for a replacement, and it really sort of takes Robin aback when she hears what he has to say. Okay, said Strike, holding up a large, hairy-backed hand. Okay, here it is. But don't blame me if you don't like what you're about to hear. She stared at him, flushed, straight-backed on her plastic chair, her food untouched. I did take you on thinking I could train you up. I didn't have any money for courses, but I thought you could learn on the job until I could afford it. Refusing to feel mollified until she heard what was coming next, Robin said nothing. You've got a lot of aptitude for the job, said Strike, but you're getting married to someone who hates you doing it. Robin opened her mouth and closed it again. A sensation of having been unexpectedly winded had robbed her of her own power of speech. You leave on the dot every day. I do not, said Robin, furious. In case you hadn't noticed, I turned down a day off to be here now, driving you all the way to Devon. Because he's away, said Strike. Because he won't know. The feeling of having been winded intensified. How could Strike know that she had lied to Matthew? If not in fact, then by omission. Even if whether that's true or not, she said unsteadily, it's up to me what I do with it's not up to Matthew what career I have. I was with Charlotte 16 years, on and off, said Strike, picking up his second burger. Mostly off. She hated my job. It's what kept breaking us up. One of the things that kept breaking us up, he corrected himself, scrupulously honest. She couldn't understand a vocation. Some people can't. At best, work's about status and paychecks for them. It hasn't got value in itself. That last line about work being a vocation and finding that passion that drives you to stay late, to really consider your work to be your life, that is what publishing is for me, that is what writing is for me, and it's my greatest wish for all of you that you are able to combine your passion with your careers and really follow that path, no matter what anybody else says to you. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed Storytelling Sunday, and if it works, I will keep on doing it. Please leave any comments that you might have below, and I will hopefully see you next week. Okay, bye!